Hello everybody, I'm down here in the dark. Let me turn my flashlight on. What this temporary fix is going to be, this is one of those twist ones, is with the toilet until, because I put it all back together, but with the toilet until I get it, get some better clamps. I'm going to cut off the ends of the hoses later and put some better clamps on it. But until then, I realized I could do a real quick fix. But this is underneath the kitchen sink where some of the plumbing is. What I'm going to do is take this shelf off because it's the only way I can get to it. It's very simple. And I'm going to bypass, since I don't have any water going to a hot water tank, because I put on some shut-off valves to where it won't circulate through and come back out. So anything connected to the hot water doesn't have any water coming out of it. So I'm going to switch the connection going to the bathroom, which goes through that wall, switch the hot to the cold and the cold to the hot, just reverse them, and that way I won't have to worry about the toilet leaking. I just keep some jugs of water in there for flushing, and that way I can keep the water on permanently in here for my sink and coffee and cooking and all that, so I don't have to keep going out there every day, turn it on to get what water I want, shut it off, and this way I can keep the kitchen sink water on until I fix the little toilet problem. So this is another one of the temporary fixes. So I'll take the take the screws out. There are two different kinds of screws. There's regular Phillips that I had put in because the other ones were bad. And then way in the back there, you probably won't be able to see them too well, but this camper has been put together with square heads. And let me see, where did I put the end? Let me find my piece. Alright, just to show you, let's see if I need the flashlight or not. Get a focus here. But anyhow, let's see. I might not need that. I'll get behind it. But this end has a square tip on it. The markings on it says S2, which I believe that means square 2. And I've got several of these because in case I lose one, I got another. So there's a couple screws back there that are the S2 square. And I like that kind of screwdriver like that because you just can pop out the old end, pop out the the Phillips, and pop in the square 2. That way you don't have to find a ton of different screwdrivers. So I'll go ahead and take this off and show you what it looks like underneath and the good new piping and stuff, and get back to you. Okay, I'm back. It didn't take me very long. Looks like that one needs to be fixed. What we have in here is your heat vents, and there's some plumbing, which it used to have that old, see that old metal stuff back there, but it has been upgraded before I got it to the newer stuff. So what I'm going to do, let's see which ones run to the sink, which ones run to the bathroom. That's what I'll find out. Whoop, I dropped y'all. Alright, let me figure out which way to hold this. Speaker. I'm going to figure out which ones go to the bathroom and which ones go to the sink. And the ones for bathroom, I think that one goes that direction. So that one goes to the bathroom, so that backwards. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take off these two. I'm going to put this one on, the right one on the left and the left one on the right. Or this way. Whatever what is the hot water or the cold water, I'm going to take the cold water, put it on the hot line. I'll take the hot line, put it on the cold line. So that way, I'm just going to have cold water running up to the sink. Back there, there is a hole. You can see the glow there. That is actually where my, let's lift this up a little bit. That is actually where my electric cord comes in and stores underneath from the outside. But I'll go ahead, switch these out. It'll take me just a minute to follow the line to figure out which one goes where. I'll switch them over, and then there will be no water going to the bathroom, and I can turn on the regular water permanent. Well, no cold water, actually. I mean, the sink will have running water on the hot spigot, but not on the cold. So the only thing that wouldn't be working in the bathroom will be the cold water going to the commode, because there's no hot water running at all, so it'll just be reversed in the bathroom sink. Alright folks, a temporary fix, and let me get this together and done, and then I'll go from there. Alrighty. Let me get down here and turn on my little flashlight. Hold on, folks. It's one of these twist ones that takes 2 hands practically. Alright. I ended up labeling my hoses so I'll know which is which, because this is not the first time I've been under here, since I bought it. But these 2 hoses go through the wall to the bathroom. I just had to figure out which was the hot and which was the cold. So label them BH and BC. And also figure out which ones were the kitchen hot and cold, the bathroom hot and cold. These go to the shower. These others go to the sink and the toilet. Because the shower tub is right there. So those go right up there to that. So all I did was figured the back pipe is hot water. Both ways. The front one is where my cold water is coming in. So I just disconnected it right where this light flashing. I disconnected this one and that one and swapped them out. So my kitchen faucet and bathroom faucet may be backwards temporarily. Instead of taking these off and swapping them out, I just did the bathroom swap out. That way I still have cold water in the bathroom sink, but I don't have any running to the toilet, because the cold water in the bathroom is coming through the hot water hose now, because I disconnected the cold water hose to the one that is not receiving any inlet water, which comes from the hot water tank. I bypassed the hot water tank with 2 shut-off valves instead of just putting a U-shaped pipe to keep it circulating outside of the hot water tank. I mean, it may sound complicated, but some of you might kind of know what I'm talking about. So I turned my water back on, tested everything, and it's all working just fine. Like I said, all it is my hot water in the kitchen and the hot water in the bathroom are now running the cold water. The hot water is not connected up, so now I can keep my outside water spigot turned on, and no matter what time of day or night it is, I have running water in the RV. And until I get my hot water or my water heater, till I get that fixed and prepared, this is my temporary fix. I may check into these tankless water heaters or something like that if they're more inexpensive than a brand new, or I can't find a salvaged water tank like mine out of a dead RV, or maybe, you know, an RV that's just no longer usable, but some things are still working. So I'm going to quit rambling. I got those 2 fixes done today, and it is about 3 o'clock, and I'm kind of hungry. I have been busy and forgot to eat any breakfast or lunch, so I guess I'm going to have an early dinner, late lunch, make me something to eat, because I am getting about famished. But yeah, one thing is, it's really good to go ahead and label your hoses. So if you ever have to get back in and under here, you know which one is which, in case you got to disconnect them. Let me get up here. Also, since I'm down here, I'll show you. This here is like a plate rack, and it fit in here fine to where I can put my lid instead of them just sliding around everywhere. I don't have them stacked in there very well, but I had to move everything on the bottom shelf. So I'll go ahead and put the shelf back in with a few screws, and good to go. The paper towel under there is to detect leaks. I had one connection that wasn't, flashlight's in the way there. One connection that wasn't tight enough, and I redid it with the pipe tape, so that way it helps snug the connection and catch those little leaks as you tighten it up too. Always keep that handy in your RV or anywhere, house or anything. You can always use this stuff. Okay, my YouTube viewers, I'm going to go ahead and close it out, put the shelf in, and get me a bite to eat. The camper's quite a mess because I've got tools and everything out everywhere. So my next step after eating is clean up the mess. Catch y'all later.